Welcome to the Hood Buddha Podcast. And in session 1, we're going to be talking about a few ways that you can stay poor if you keep doing these things. Listen, this is a full disclaimer for the first session. If you somebody that feel like you too good or you too hard to better yourself or to hear how to better yourself, please cut this shit off now because it's not for you. But if you somebody that's looking to better yourself, self-improvement, self-love, and a whole bunch more, then sit your ass down, cause session 1 starting now. Let's get it.
A real boss turn all his L's to a blessing. Life steady sending signs, but you never read the message.
Again, welcome to the Hood Buddha Podcast. This is session 1. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this first session. It's been long awaited, maybe not for y'all, but for me, because I've been talking about this for so long, and I'm finally getting to recording. So let's just start off by giving myself a round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. So today, like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about a few ways to stay poor. If you keep doing these things, I guarantee you will continue to stay poor, and not just physically, but also mentally, financially, emotionally, everything across the board. If you do these things, I guarantee you will stay poor. Now, like I said, I've been procrastinating to start this podcast for the longest, but I'm finally here, which brings me to my first point, which is start tomorrow. Procrastinating, essentially, right? So a lot of people, including myself, again, because we're not talking about nothing that I haven't experienced myself. So a lot of people do a lot of procrastinating or feel like they can say they're going to start tomorrow or they're going to say one day. I'm here to tell you right now that one day will never come. If you keep telling yourself that, I'm going to do it one day, or, I'll start tomorrow and one day I'll try, it's never going to happen because it's not intentional. You get what I'm saying? One day starting tomorrow, it has no type of destination. You have to be intentional with what you want to do. You have to set forth for the goals that you intend to obtain. Straight up, it's really just that simple. Stop waiting on perfect conditions. If you wait on perfect conditions for you to start that, it'll never be no perfect condition for you to start. You just got to do it. You got to go for it. And again, like I said, I'm not telling you nothing that I haven't experienced myself, because I've been talking about starting a podcast for a year and I'm just starting one. You get what I'm saying? So just do it. And when you just do it, you're going to feel a whole lot better than just sitting there saying that you're going to start tomorrow and you never do. Number 2, take advice from your peers. Now, when I say your peers, I'm going to assume that your peers are in a state that you are in, or essentially doing worse. I'm going to say doing worse, right? A lot of people, I feel like they take advice from their peers or people that's not in a place that they desire to be. And it really make no fucking sense to me, because why are you taking advice from people that's not in a place in their life that you want to be? Why are you taking advice from people that don't have the things that you acquire to have in your life? I'm going to use this example. I tell people this all the time that, I love my mama to death. Probably somebody I could talk to about anything. Somebody that I do talk to about anything. But I cannot go to my mama for advice for the things that I want out of life, for the goals that I am requiring myself to obtain. She can't give me advice on that shit because she don't have it. She haven't experienced that, or she don't have the things that I acquire to have in my life. So how the fuck can she give me advice? Again, I love my mama to death, but we got to stop taking advice from people that's not where the fuck we want to go, or not where we desire to be at. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't fucking take advice from your peers that's not where you want to be at. It's really just that simple. I hate to tell y'all that, but stop taking advice from poor ass people in your circle. Number 3, pick a partner who reroutes you from your destination or your dream. Again, we are talking about ways that you can stay poor. A lot of people picking partners, having situationships and relationships that is not benefiting them in no type of way. And if it is benefiting them, it's 9 times out of 10 some temporary shit that's not good for you in the long run, right? I can say from personal experience that I learned that my preference when it comes to dating, like my preferences in women is they wasn't the best for me. Like, my preference is, I can admit that they not the best person for me. You know what I'm saying? What I prefer. It's the motherfuckers that I don't prefer were the ones that I came to find out at really are more beneficial for me. And I just say that to say that don't get in relationships and situationships with somebody that's not benefiting you or motivating you or encouraging you to do what you want to do in life. Otherwise, they rerouting you. And if you keeping somebody in your life that's rerouting you, I don't give a fuck if it's your boyfriend, your cousin, auntie, mama. If you keeping somebody in your circle or around you that's rerouting you from your dreams and your goals, you wasting their time and you wasting yours, more importantly. Number 4, fail one time and quit forever. Boy, how many people you know do that? I'm one of them. I used to do this. I used to start something. It didn't work out, and I'm moving on to the next. And you know what's crazy is that I did this the most in my relationships. Like, I did this the most in my relationships, and then I realized it showed up everywhere in my life. Like, if a girl did something I didn't like, or I felt like wasn't compatible with me, shit, I moved on. It wasn't nothing else to talk about. Like, shit, you gotta go. I come to find out that I wasn't just doing that in relationships and situationships or dating. I was applying that trait to my life. And that's not a good trait to have, because knowing that you want to grow and you want to win in life, that shit is going to take failure. That is going to take some losing, and it's going to take some fucking up. You will fuck up. And understanding that growing and winning in life going to require some losing, it'll be a lot more easier process for you. And then when you do keep going for the times that you do fail, the end goal is way better because you actually put in work. You actually learn shit. You actually experience things, and then now the value in the longevity has increased. But we can't fucking fail one time and give up because it don't go our way. Number 5, playing victim. Whew. Boy, a lot of motherfuckers like to play victim. Like, they like to assume that the world is fair. And quite frankly, the world fucking ain't fair. And I'm going to speak to my people. When I say my people, I'm going to say my people of color, right? This might trigger some of y'all, but it's mainly us playing fucking victim. Like, oh, black people, we just don't have it as good as white people, or we don't have the same opportunity as other people. And let me take away color from it. Let me put in poor versus rich, or poor people don't have the same opportunity as rich. So fucking what? Like, so fucking what? You don't have the same opportunity as somebody else. The truth of the matter is, no, we don't all have equal opportunity, because the truth of the matter is the world ain't fucking fair. It's not. The best thing that you could do is accept that fact, accept that the world ain't fair, and then adapt to your motherfucking circumstances. Which, again, brings me to number 6. Keep blaming your circumstances. If you want to stay poor, if you want to keep a poor-ass mindset, keep blaming your fucking circumstances. But nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck if you grew up with 6 kids in one. Nobody gives a fuck. Seriously, like, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about your circumstances, because you need to stop letting your circumstances weaken you, and you need to start letting them strengthen you. Let me give y'all an example. There's a story about a prince, a hunchback prince. For his 12th birthday, his father, obviously the king, asked him what would he like for his birthday. The hunchback prince said that he would like a statue of himself. His father, of course, was hesitant to give this to him, because he's like, why would you want a statue of yourself? Because the boy has already been bullied so much. He's 12, he's hunchback. If you don't know what hunchback is, he doesn't stand up straight, right? So the boy tells his father that, "Father, don't misunderstand what I'm asking for. I would like a statue of not how I am, but how I want to be." Which, standing straight up, right? His father's even more concerned. He like, why the hell would you want something? Why would you want a statue of yourself that's not how you are? After going back and forth, the father decides to finally give the son what he wants. In detail, the son asks for the statue to be right outside his window in the garden where he could see it every day. For 8 years, several times a day, every day for 8 years, the boy went up to the statue and imagined himself being eye to eye with the statue. Every day for 8 years, several times a day. He went into the fucking garden, looked at the statue, and imagined himself being as tall as the statue or standing up as tall as the statue. For his 21st birthday, the statue was 6 feet tall. For his 21st birthday, he was able to look at the statue in his eye. I tell you to say this, is that nobody gives a fuck about your circumstances. The only thing that you could do for yourself is let them strengthen you, not weaken you. Number 7, which kind of go along with this, is expect people to save you. Nobody gives a fuck and nobody come and save you. Stop expecting somebody to save you. Stop expecting somebody to lend you a hand, because nobody not lending you no hand. Until you learn that you the only person that can save you, nobody's gonna fucking save you. Because if you're not confident in saving yourself, how can you expect somebody else to be confident in saving you? You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody is coming to save you. Understand that you're the only person that can save you. And until then, there's not nobody, there's not nothing nobody else can do for you until you save your fucking self. Number 8, value other people's opinions. Boy, this I should have highlighted this one right here, because boy, there's a lot of y'all. Value other people's opinions. That is like the number one fucking way to stay poor, in my opinion. Like, you putting other people's opinions over your own fucking opinion. That shit is beyond me. And it's like the norm of today's generation. Like, it's the norm of today's society, truth be told. Valuing other people's opinions is gonna get you fucking nowhere. Because the most important opinion is your fucking self. But your own opinion got to be trustworthy. And it's not trustworthy until you stop giving a fuck about what other people think. Let's just be real about that, right? Number 9, which ties in the value in other people. Number 9 is keep looking like you got it and you don't really got it. And in my opinion, that's the same thing as valuing other people's opinions over your own, right? Because if you trying to look like you got something you ain't got, who the fuck are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to convince? If you ain't got it, what is the point of putting time and effort in looking like you got something that you ain't got? When opposed to taking that same time and effort to the same amount of time and effort you put into looking like you got it, you could be actually putting that into actually fucking having it. You get what I'm saying? Why would you waste all your time and effort and energy into looking like you got something that you don't fucking got, when you could be taking that same time, energy, and effort into actually fucking having it? Like, this is so essential. And if any of my young people watching this shit, please, please, please don't worry about fucking looking like you got it. That is a temporary feeling. Like, that is a temporary fucking high that look like you got it for that moment. It feel a whole lot better to actually have it and act like you don't got it. I promise you, that feel a whole lot better to look like you fucking don't got it and you actually got it, as opposed to looking like you got it and you really don't. Number 10, right? Number 10, tolerate being mediocre. Okay, so when I say this, I wanna be clear on this, right? You can't tolerate mediocre. You can't tolerate mediocrity from other people. No, that's true. But most importantly, you can't tolerate mediocrity within your fucking self. Because how the fuck you gonna check somebody else about being mediocre and you ain't checked yourself yet? Because in my opinion, if you around a bunch of whole mediocre motherfuckers, they probably following the leader. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta check yourself and see if you being a mediocre. If you the mediocre motherfucker, you don't need to be worrying about nobody else. Fix that mediocrity that you got in your mind. Stop fucking telling yourself it's okay to just cruise in life, because it's not fucking okay. You're not doing nothing for yourself by just fucking cruising. You're not doing nothing for yourself by just fucking cruising in life. Don't just worry about other people not being mediocre. Worry about yourself not being mediocre, which goes to my next point. Keep avoiding being uncomfortable. mediocrity and comfortability is probably like the same thing to me, honestly, because if you fucking mediocre, it's because you got to the point you so comfortable with that shit that nothing else matters. Or you avoiding being uncomfortable, knowing that is the exact fucking thing you need to grow. That is the exact thing you need to heal. That's the exact thing you need to do to get over all the trauma from your past, is to essentially be unfucking comfortable. Now, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and really fully understand what the fuck I'm talking about, because you know that what it is you need to do is going to take extreme fucking uncomfortability. It's going to make you so fucking uncomfortable. You're going to be disgusted. But let me tell you something. Just like when you was growing up and your shoes at one point became too small, or essentially they was uncomfortable, right? They became uncomfortable because your fucking foot got bigger, right? When you get bigger in life, you supposed to be fucking uncomfortable. When you growing and when you stepping into your next transition in life, you're going to be unfucking comfortable. See, I'm at the point in my life where, again, essentially I was that person that was, avoiding being uncomfortable, because, comfortability, people like to stick to what they know. But when you get to the point and you understand that being uncomfortable has fucking great rewards in it, you're going to be excited to be putting yourself in a position that you're going to be uncomfortable in. Because you know at the other end of that, it's a whole bunch of rewards in abundance. Number 12, don't hold yourself accountable. Another reminder, we are talking about ways that you can stay poor. If you keep doing these things, you will stay poor. Again, don't hold yourself accountable. Keep blaming other people, or keep making excuses, or keep justifying the fucked up shit that you keep doing, knowing that it ain't getting you nowhere in life. Please stop fucking acting like you can't hold yourself accountable. Let me use this example because, like my immediate family, especially my mama, she swear to God I'm stubborn. But it's not that I'm stubborn. It's the fact that I did my shadow work. I did the work on myself. I don't want to say did. Let me say doing, because this is a journey that's never going to fucking end, right? I'm doing my shadow work. I'm doing my self-healing. I'm doing my reflective work. So I fucking know I'm my biggest critic. I know what the fuck I need to work on. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm bad at. I know what need to be worked on. I know what needs not to be worked on. So anything anybody tell me about myself, I already fucking know, because I hold myself accountable. Any situation I'm in that's fucked up, bad or good, I check myself first. Damn, B, what you could have did better? Or what could you have did to not put yourself in that situation? Or what is it that you did? What is it that you did for you not to have the things that you asking for out of life? Hold your fucking self accountable. I don't care what nobody did to you. I don't care what nobody has done to you. Hold yourself accountable and ask yourself, what could have you done? What could you have done to change whatever it is that happened? Because essentially you can only control your actions. You can't control nobody else's actions. Number 13, talk more and do less, or think more and do less. I definitely struggle with this. Like, again, like I told y'all, I thought about starting a podcast for the longest and just never did it. Like it just lived in my head. I did no type of research, no type of acting on the thoughts that's in my head. But that shit is so paralyzing, to have things, to overthink shit and don't act upon it. I guarantee you this. If you fail 1,000 times, right? If you fail 1,000 times on acting upon something that's in your head, that's going to feel a lot more better than just thinking about shit and don't doing nothing about it. I guarantee you, if you go act out whatever it is you thinking about in your head, you go act it out and fail however many times it is, that's going to feel so much better than just thinking about it and not doing nothing. It's a quote Steve Harvey said. He said, God puts into our imagination what our reality is supposed to be, not the other way around. The shit that you imagine, the shit that you think about is 9 times out of 10, I firmly believe, your purpose. What it is you're supposed to be doing in life. Or as simple as what you desire. But if you're not acting upon it, you just wasting time. And I'm here to tell you, don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Just fucking do it. Go for it. Just do it. Number 14, Do your best and not what it takes. How many people you know that say, oh, I did my best, but their best really was like not work fuck. Like your best wasn't really work fuck, so I can really care less that you did your best. You know what I'm saying? Don't do your best. Like, don't do your best. Do what the fuck it take. And you know, some of y'all probably gonna be like, oh, you know, people give their effort and their best is their best. Nah, fuck that shit. Do what it takes. And what I mean by this is that if you do what it takes, that means that you invest into this. You don't give a fuck about doing your best, because if you invested in something, you gonna do what the fuck it take. It don't matter what you think your best is. You gonna do what the fuck it take. Fuck doing your best. Do things that you actually invested in. Do things that you passionate about. Do things that you feel like is purposeful in your life. And then your best is going to become irrelevant because you're going to do what it take. You're not going to be trying to hit nothing else. So don't do your best. Do what it take. 15. Keep starting new things and building halfway bridges. I definitely did this. I'm the first person to... I definitely was doing the fuck out of this, boy. Again, I told y'all, like, I was the type of person, when dating, shit, you did one thing wrong with me, I'm on to the next one. I date 100 girls. You know what I'm saying? I did 100 girls, and you do one thing, you do one flaw, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. That is not no way to live. And I'm a firm believer, how you do anything is how you do everything. So, even though I was doing that, you know, in my dating life, that shit showed up in my reality all across the board. Don't start something new and you fail one time and just give up. Don't build no fucking halfway bridges. Finish. Whatever you start, finish. And before you start it, have the intentions of fucking finishing it. Because it felt a lot more better to actually finish something than to start it and give up and then look back and regret that shit. If you gonna start it, have the intentions on fucking finishing it. I guarantee you that feel a lot better. Number 16, not being original, being replaceable. A lot of y'all be looking at other people's life and be like, damn, what they did ain't even all that, or well, how come they got this and I ain't got that? And man, listen here. A lot of y'all like to follow what everybody else doing anyway, right? Let's just be fucking real. A lot of people like to follow other fucking people. If everybody else ain't doing it, you are deemed to be weird, or it's deemed to be odd. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the fucking fact. If somebody is not doing what everybody else is doing, they're fucking weird, right? But to be weird means that you fucking irreplaceable. To be weird means that ain't nobody, you can't find this nobody else. You can't find this on a norm or the regular. Nah, to be fucking weird means that you irreplaceable. So when you start in that business, or when you just being yourself, when you being be something that nobody could go find this shit unless they come get it from you. Be fucking irreplaceable. Be original. Don't be fucking normal and follow what everybody else doing. Last but not least, keep avoiding what you really should be doing. I'm going to say this because I really believe our purpose in life is installed in us. Like, you know what you're supposed to be doing in life. And 9 times out of 10, you just ignoring it because you haven't tapped into it. You know your purpose in life. I don't give a fuck if you a gamer. If you good at playing video games, enhance that. Focus on that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's just an example, but your purpose in life is installed in you already. The things that you should be doing, the things that you want to do is installed in you, but you're probably ignoring it and putting something irrelevant before it. Stop wasting your time, your effort, and your energy in the things that does not benefit your purpose or what you actually want to do in life, or the goals that you want to actually obtain in life. If it doesn't serve your purpose, if it doesn't serve what the fuck you want to do in life, stop putting so much time into it. Stop ignoring what it is that you actually should be doing in life. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to session 1 of the Hood Buddha podcast. If you learned something today, I want you to share this with a friend. If not, like and subscribe. I hope to see y'all back for session 2. Peace, love, and blessings. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. We out.
$1 million dreams with no ceiling. Fake niggas always praise like they really. Fake